Back again with bananas, because apparently I'm just bananas for bananas. In my previous video, we unpacked the fruitception that bananas are berries and strawberries aren't. This video, we're peeling back the scandalous history of Chiquita Brands International. Yep, that's right, a banana company with more coups under its belt than a 1980s Soviet general. Let's time travel back to the late 1800s and early 1900s. Picture this. The United Fruit Company, UFC, which would later become Chiquita, was like the Apple of the agriculture world, but instead of sleek iPhones, they were peddling bananas. Not as high-tech, but hey, try downloading a snack from your smartphone. United Fruit was founded in 1899, and it wasn't long before they became the big banana on campus in Central America. By the 1930s, this company didn't just own farms, they owned entire transport networks, hospitals, schools, and even their own postal services. Imagine needing a stamp and having to ask your banana supplier. UFC made that bizarre reality possible. But here's where it gets juicy. In Guatemala, UFC owned a whopping 42% of the land by the mid-20th century, most of which was about as productive as a hammock in a workaholic convention, just lying there, unused. Along came President Jacobo Arbenz, who floated a wild idea in 1952, redistributing this unused land to the peasants. UFC was less than thrilled. Their reaction? Not on my banana-packed watch. They dialed their pals in the US government. Cue the CIA's involvement, which, under the banner of anti-communism during the height of Cold War paranoia, decided to flex its covert muscle. The CIA launched Operation PB Success in 1954, which unfortunately was not a PBS kids show about friendly spies teaching kids the alphabet, but rather a covert operation that deposed President Arbenz and replaced him with a more UFC-friendly regime. And the most devastating consequence of this operation was that it probably squandered a perfectly good show title that could have rivaled Arthur and Curious George in the halls of beloved children's programming. The tentacles of the UFC, dubbed the Octopus, didn't just squeeze Guatemala. In Colombia, their labor policies led to the notorious Banana Massacre of 1928, where government forces, pressured by UFC, opened fire on striking workers, with casualties reported anywhere from a few dozen to a couple thousand. Talk about taking hostile takeover too literally. And don't even get me started on Honduras, where UFC's meddling in the 1910s was so extensive that it's where their infamous octopus nickname originated from. Its tentacles were so wrapped around the country that it could get tax exemptions, land concessions, and even manipulate political appointments. As we skip ahead to the late 20th century, the United Fruit Company, realizing its brand was about as appealing as a bruised banana, rebranded to Chiquita Brands International. They hoped a name change would be like Febreze to their sketchy history, out with the old scent of coups and scandals, in with a fresh, fruity fragrance. But old habits die hard, and Chiquita found itself in hot water again in the early 2000s. It turns out paying off paramilitary groups in Colombia to protect your banana operations isn't exactly the hallmark of a model corporate citizen. By 2007, Chiquita had to publicly admit to these payments, which was a little embarrassing to say the least. Imagine having to say, "Sorry, we accidentally funded some less than peaceful guys. Our bad." Fast forward to the present, and you'll find Chiquita brandishing the banners of sustainability and ethical labor practices like a knight in organic armor. They've jumped on the fair trade bandwagon. Indeed, Chiquita has been making strides in ensuring their banana operations don't resemble a plot from a Bond villain's playbook. They've adopted environmental initiatives and boast about their commitment to corporate responsibility, which is great, but let's just say the bar was pretty low. Although still a heavyweight in the banana ring, Chiquita's clout isn't what it used to be. The global banana market has turned into a free-for-all, diluting Chiquita's once iron-fisted reign to more of a gentle squeeze. Despite this, their tumultuous past offers a juicy lesson on the oversized impact and weighty responsibilities of multinational corporations. So, the next time you unpeel a Chiquita banana, remember, this isn't just a snack, it's a slice of geopolitical history. Each banana carries a story of intrigue, imperialism, and complex global maneuvering. In a way, uncovering these hidden stories in everyday items is like finding unexpected savings when you shop online. Something Honey, the browser extension, does seamlessly. Just kidding. Unlike what seems to be every other video on YouTube these days, this video was, unfortunately, absolutely not sponsored by Honey, or anyone else for that matter. However, if any sponsors are watching this, please give me money and I will promote your brand in one of my videos with a smooth, seamless segue such as this one. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.